Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Katie from Mitza Creek Farm, and we are out getting a new paddock set up to move the sheep to. It's evening right now, and we're going to get it set up tonight so that tomorrow we can, when we let the cows out of the barnyard, we can let them out in this new area. This is Sid's first time back of the season. She's not exactly dressed for this. She doesn't know what she's in for because she is in sandals and shorts. She did put on a sweatshirt, but the mosquitoes are thick. I was out earlier today and I weed whipped the entire perimeter, and during the heat of the day they were pretty much unbearable. So she's gonna get eaten alive, but we have bug spray. I have some netting to go over our hats, so if she ends up wearing my hat and a net, that is why. So Beck has the little chainsaw, and I'm gonna go show them what branches need to be cut.
Want this?
Ooh, nice. I'll put it in my pocket for now. And it looks like we might even get some rain, which would be wonderful. Look at how dry this is out here. This is like pure sand. Coyote poop. So we are fencing in this whole area. We're actually even fencing in to the edge of those tall trees. So all these shorter trees here are going to be fenced in. This is a lot bigger than we normally do. We would actually normally have this split into somewhere between 4 and 6 sections. But because of the drought and in trying to make things easier, we're doing bigger paddocks as of right now. That way we don't need to move every single day, and they aren't grazing down so quickly on the pasture, but then they can get in those trees and eat some of those trees and have shade and all that. So we're going for bigger this year instead of smaller and moving more frequently, just to make things a little simpler on everybody. Beck, you'll have to tell me if my weed whipping lived up to your standards. Beck is the master weed whipper when it comes to this. If you were to grade me on it. No. No, if you were to grade me on this, what would you give me? A, B, C, D, F, plus and minuses?
I'll give you a B plus.
A B plus? I'll take it. Okay. Let's come down here. Here's off of this one.
Want this one off?
Yeah, might as well. And then do the ones on the bottom too. Eventually we want to have this really dense wood fenced in, but it is going to take a lot of work to be able to get that fenced in, so that is not this year, but we'll get there. Nah, that one should be fine. That should be good. You can tell it's still really super smoky out here. It is improving right now from what it was. Yesterday was really bad. This morning was really, really bad. But it is getting better. So maybe this storm front that's moving in is kind of pushing it away. I hope so. Big, huge anthill. What did you grade my weed whipping skills at? A B plus. Yeah, I can see that. You do such a good job. It's hard to live up to that standard, Beck. This is what we call the birch grove, and it's all really thick birch trees in here. It's absolutely beautiful in the fall. Okay, so then the fence, we're gonna kind of come around this corner. We're gonna come straight down from there. We're gonna come down this corner, and we're gonna have to curve a little bit and then go to this T-post. And then from this T-post over to the corner where the field fencing is. We'll need to trim this up a little bit. This is Beck's weed whipping job. All down that fence line. That's why he gave me a B+. That's what A work looks like, isn't it, Beck?
Yep. Before the stuff started going back, it was even better.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, it looks really good still. This is temporary. This field fencing here is just temporary. We actually are going to be grazing the sheep in here, and so we have this whole perimeter of this area fenced in, so then that way if the sheep happen to get out, they do not run through fields to the highway or to the neighbors. We have it so that they get pushed back to our house. So this fence is just temporary for the summer, and then we have to take it down in the fall. We are now able to get the sheep in here since this fence is up, and that will be wonderful. We obviously, if they were to get out of the electric netting, we don't really want them running to the back of our property either. So we kind of wrapped this whole area here. It has high tensile around it and everything. So we wrapped this whole area so then they get forced back to the summer goat pen actually, and the house. So that works out really, really well. And hopefully we have no catastrophes. So that T-post that's behind back is going to be our ending point for this electric fence. And because then the field fencing will take over, we just don't want them to get out where the field fence curves right there. So back this jack pine right here needs to be trimmed up or taken out. And then I think we're good. That works. Okay. There we go. Awesome. So here it's not quite as dense. You can see how nice that looks. Where Beck weed whipped, it made life putting that fence up a lot easier, didn't it?
Yeah. Nice big half block.
So we just did the big square. I wonder how much this is. Probably an acre, maybe 2. I found it easiest for us if we put in T-posts on the corners, especially when we're doing a larger area like this. If we put in T-posts on the corners where we want the stability and the strength, and then run the top wire and pull it nice and tight. This isn't nice and tight because we don't have all the insulators on the T-post yet. That's what they're working on now. And then once that gets nice and tight, then it's easy to go in and put in step-in posts. And so Lily went to go get more insulators and more step-in posts. And once that gets pulled nice and tight, then we can run the other strands. So that seems to be what makes it a lot easier to put in, because then you know where your a more straight line is instead of like zigzagging, and it just seems to speed things up quite a bit.
As you can see, they have the 3 strands up. It's not tightened yet because they're still going around to do a 4th layer, 4th layer, I believe. So, and then we'll go through and tighten it when it's all done. Over here, they're still connecting the third layer, I guess we're calling it, to the T-posts. Did you run out of fence?
So now we got the air line. I'll put it up, hook that baby up. I need you down there back. Oh, you're gonna be my hook it upper too. Yeah.
First tick of the season.
Alright, all the way back. We're like the Hobbit. There and back again.
We got a little bit of mist, but I think that it's over. It's really pretty. It's gorgeous. But we got this fence up and it is working. So even though we usually start putting the cows in by now, they've been standing and mooing at us down there for wherever they went, right there, for like the past hour. So they've not been out grazing, and that really wastes a lot of good grazing time. So we're gonna let them in here, fill up their bellies for the night, and come back out like in an hour or so and put them to bed. It looks like the donkey made it out. He's on his way. Here comes Handsome. And the cows are still just over there complaining, because that's what cows do. And there we go. That quieted everybody up. Except the bull. And it almost feels like it's starting to rain again. No, don't go through that. You're not very smart. You're gonna get shocked. Shh. There you go, keep going. There you go. There is not much to eat in here, but when you get back into the woods, they can eat off of the trees and everything too. If we were to just set up how we did last year in small paddocks, it would maybe last for half a day because there's just nothing growing. So having it in this bigger area will give us a few days off of it. And then actually that pasture back there is looking good, but I like saving that for in August for when we don't get a lot of rain typically. So I really wish that we weren't in this situation, but we are, and these guys are happily eating. So that is good. And all their little bird friends came with them, it looks like. Is that good, Handsome? You don't even have to bend over to eat it. Now you're on video. Handsome's like, okay, I'm done. Such a good boy, aren't you, Handsome? Oh, his little lip is shaking. Such a good boy, Handsome. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.